Here we go.
What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Try number 2 with going live. We're back. My name's Luke. This is Mr. Tyler.
I was honestly going to say the exact same thing until you said try number 2. Now I'm not. To the right, the beautiful bread ice.
We can fully admit that we just
Second.
foobarred that whole first attempt.
Yep.
And
We recorded an entire episode, and now we're doing it again. We did it in
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
So real quick, Luke, you look great without a haircut. Tyler, you look great with a haircut.
I appreciate it.
And
You
always look
beautiful
great,
always, so you're good.
thanks, guys.
I'm going to try not to hit this seat raiser with my foot the entire night because it makes noise.
Right, you should hit it and then make his seat go down mid-show.
It's all the way down.
Oh,
I'm hitting it now.
I have mine up just a little bit.
I think mine's down all the way, but I'm still taller than y'all.
Nothing like
How am I the tallest?
nothing like visual gags
Am
for
I the
audio
tallest?
listeners.
I don't know. I'm 5'10".
Oh, you are shorter than me.
I think I'm the shortest.
Really?
I think Luke's like half an inch taller than me.
Wow.
Maybe even a full inch.
Whoa, a whole half inch. Stop the presses. Front page news. Luke's half inch taller than Tyler Davis.
Anyways, we're back. We're in Studio 2.0 still.
Still unfinished.
It will be unfinished for a while.
You'll see it come to life over
I'm
time.
really
These
excited.
are the only things we truly need, but we do want it to be better.
And that one's crooked.
And
But I love it. No, don't fix it now.
yes, sir.
Yeah, don't fix it. Don't yes sir me. That's
So
weird.
I have we're
Yes, sir.
gonna have fun here. As soon as and you guys got to see a little bit of what's happening out in the living room.
Yeah.
What's going on out there. When we're done with all of that, we'll move this stuff out there temporarily while we demo and redo in here.
I'm taking a sledgehammer to that wall.
That's an outside wall. Please do not take a sledgehammer to it. Look,
My mind's already made up.
I need new siding, but
decided.
that's not how I want to get new siding.
Are you sure?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
But okay, well, what have you guys been up to? We had a long holiday weekend here in the U.S., but obviously we talked about more than just what we did the last couple days. What did you guys do this last week?
You go.
I'll go. I've been watching Community for the last couple weeks. I know Tyler just started it. He talked about it a bit. But I just finished it, and it was really good. It was very funny. It's very meta, which I really enjoyed. Troy and Abed are the best. But I think I don't know if this is a strange decision or not, but I love Ben Chang. Ken Jeong's Ben Chang. He's just... He's so everywhere.
Yeah.
In every season, he's different. And he just kills me. And especially in the last season, in the last 2 seasons, which just, they're not as good as the first 4. They still are good. But to me, he was like the saving grace. He was the reason I kept laughing so hard. So shout out to Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
Does he ever play like the school nurse?
No.
Because I feel like he never does anything medical, and he's like, "Isn't he actually a doctor?"
In real life, he is.
Yeah.
He never does anything medical.
There is an episode involving a school nurse, kind of, and I really enjoyed his bit. It was very funny. Can I see the nurse? What else did I do this week?
That's it. That's all he did. Watch.
That was the only
Community.
thing I did by myself. I did some things with you guys.
Yeah, you did.
We've been playing more Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
We did another raid.
Oh, boy.
We pulled it out somehow.
It was rough.
Listen, they had us in the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But we got the victory, so that's all that matters. We did the Crown of Sorrows raid, and that final encounter was rough for us.
It was brutal.
Yep.
But when we finally won, boy howdy did it feel good.
I still think it was frustrating to have to 3-phase him.
Yeah.
I feel like,
when
especially since we did take him down halfway, like most of the time.
Something something changes in the second and third damage phases. I don't know what it is, but it turns up to 11.
Yep.
Because like we would get to the first one easy. Like we were having like no trouble.
Well, we had done it 400 times.
Yeah, that too. But like getting to the second and third damage phase was like a nightmare.
But yeah, we really clutched it there at the end.
Oh
We
boy.
were really covering each other, and
Yep.
somehow we beat that big old person.
If there was a
I don't know what
most
he is.
satisfying way to finish that raid after all we went through, that was it.
Yeah.
Like it was, I think we went and broke the other side's crystal.
Yeah.
We rezzed somebody on the way to damage phase. Like it was just a nightmare. And I was screaming as I was shooting the hammerhead
See,
the whole time.
had
It was
that
awesome.
happened like 4 hours earlier,
Yeah.
I think we all would have been like, "Oh man, this raid was really tough," but it was still felt good to beat. Like
Yeah.
for me, even though that last encounter or the time we beat it was epic. It really was. I like the journey of getting there was just so not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be doing that one again for a while.
I could be
Me neither.
really coerced into doing it if I was doing it with you guys.
If everybody
but-
wanted to do it
Yeah,
again.
maybe, probably. I get roped into raids all the time when I'm thinking like I don't have time for a raid.
Oh, I'm
Ding
ready
ding ding! Hey, you wanna do a real quick Leviathan run? Sure. 3 hours later, baby.
Oh,
I
did,
don't
did
even-
you do that with Hunter and Joel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's not like with Last Wish, I at least have a chance of getting a new weapon that I don't have.
Right.
With Leviathan, I have everything.
Yeah.
On all your characters?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of runs.
I mean, not the prestige armor on my Hunter or Titan, but
Maybe.
But on your Warlock.
on my Warlock, I have everything.
Okay.
Jeez.
I mean, you've done it how many times? 28?
28 successful runs.
Okay.
But individual encounters is 125, something like that.
Jeez Louise.
Did you just have an office moment where you were like,
No.
And the only reason I know that is because when you get the Leviathan Ghost Shell, it has a little counter on number of activities completed.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
all right, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. The last thing I did with Tyler just before we came over here. So I'll let Tyler go into his week
Yeah,
before.
I'll make sure I use that last. Like Luke said, did Destiny, the Crown of Sorrow raid. It was fun. I enjoyed it. The last bit, I don't want to talk about it. I watched Stargirl episode 2 today, which came out on DC Universe. It was really good. Another good episode. Way more comedy because it was more Luke Wilson focused.
Yeah.
So look forward to that if you're watching it. I finished A Gentleman in Moscow.
Ooh.
That took me a long time. It felt like I was reading a book for school, but it was really, really good. Like really good. I can't really tell you what it's about because it's not really. I don't want to say it's not about anything, but it's just about a guy living life.
Yeah.
And just all the interesting things that happened to him. Mm-hmm. So there's not really there's not like this overarching story. Like it's like a 27-year span of time, and it's just his life and the people he meets.
Nice.
But it's really good.
Cool.
And then I beat Control yesterday, right before we started the raid. Hunter pointed this out to me. I didn't even realize it. I beat that game in 4 sittings. Like I would sit down and play it for a long time. I didn't realize it, but my rating of it is a booyah. I think it should have won Game of the Year, just because I think it took more chances than any game I've played recently. From a story standpoint, from an art style standpoint, even like mixing video game graphics with like real world graphics, like that's not something you see very often unless it's Remedy, because they did that in Quantum Break as well. It's kind of their thing. It did the thing I really hoped it would do, and I won't spoil that, but yeah, it's a booyah. I don't know. There's so many spoilers in that game. Like if you reveal anything about it, it's so hard to talk about.
It's hard to talk about.
But no, like art style wise, it's fantastic. Gameplay loop is so much fun. Like after we finished the raid, I got back on it.
Nice.
And I played till like 3:30 in the morning. Like it seriously is so much fun. it feels satisfying to feel like there's superhero games out there, and like the Arkham games, you feel like Batman, but like in Control, you really feel like a superhero.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. So yeah, that's a booyah for me.
That's awesome.
If you have not played Control and you want to, I say give it a shot. I got it on sale for like $28. Super worth it. And then the last thing Luke and I did right before this, we watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Oh, nice.
I kept hearing great things.
Is this on DC Universe, or
No.
do you have to rent it? Because I saw it on the...
Don't rent it. You can borrow it.
Okay.
I bought it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was at Target yesterday and I saw it on the movie shelf, and I was like, oh man, I keep hearing so many good things about that, and I love those animated movies. I should just get it and watch it. And then I walked away from it. I was like, yeah, I'll get it another time. And
Yeah.
Dana was like, go buy it. And I was like, okay. so we watched that today. It was really good. Not the best one out of all of them, but definitely a fitting conclusion, I think, to the 15-ish new 52 movies they've made, right? Something like that. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's rated R, just a heads up. And it earns that R rating, I think.
Yeah.
But it's good. I'd give it a fanboy worthy.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of good things, but I don't want to spoil it.
It was really good. It was very dark, very violent. Another great iteration of King Shark.
Oh my gosh.
Also, John Constantine is a fantastic character.
Matt Ryan he kills
Yeah.
it. Like, it kind of makes me happy the show didn't keep going because he's so good at voicing him in the animation. But I'd also welcome him back anytime.
Strongly take him in the HBO series they're gonna do. Mm-hmm. I don't care if he's already played him on the CW.
Yeah, no, I would too.
Like, just use him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. I was surprised. Like, I heard it was really good, but I was surprised with how much I like it. I don't think it's probably in my top 5 of the new 52 ones.
You haven't been as hot on the new 52, though.
I haven't. They change so many things unnecessarily. Not even just from the comic, just
Things like historically,
Yeah.
they change.
it's had its up and downs, but this one I thought it was a fantastic finish.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very very good finish. And I think the chances they took in this one were good chances.
Yeah.
I don't think they like any character change they made. I think it was solid. Like, I didn't feel like it was unwarranted or unnecessary.
Plus, I thought it was nice because sure, like in the old one and the previous ones that maybe I didn't like how they did things with characters, at least they stuck to it.
Yeah.
And it carries over, which is super nice.
Yep.
With how like the Teen Titans are and like Justice League vs. Teen Titans, a lot of those story beats carry over into this one.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
The cool thing that I mentioned when we were watching it is like Damien's character, who's a character that I know you and I both did not like at all.
So when
early
Damien
on.
was first introduced, 2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm 1 thumbs up and 1 sideways at this point.
Yeah.
Damien's really grown on me.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I liked him a lot in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be interested to see more of his arc going forward. But I don't think we'll get one.
I think too, like, writers have just in the comics have done a good job with expanding him more than just a bratty little Wayne boy.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's actually got some depth, which is nice. Except when they gave him superpowers. That was dumb.
Is that in one of the movies?
It's in Super Sons, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
That makes sense.
I'm good with that. I don't want that. That's all I did. And I guess I did one more thing that's worth mentioning. I have officially started reading Dune.
Yeah. One of us. Luke, have you started?
I haven't started.
Okay.
No. I have the audiobook. It will take me less time, though, because I can...
That's true. You're just going to listen to it.
How far are you?
Like 50 pages in.
Oh, okay, I'll catch you.
So, like,
Yeah, you're gonna catch
1% in.
you're gonna catch and surpass me super quickly.
Yeah. This one's like way way easier to read than A Gentleman in Moscow.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on Kindle. I was not ballsy enough to buy that book physically.
Yeah, I got it on
way.
Apple Books.
Yeah, there was no way.
Is that all you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, real quick, over in the chat, welcome back, Battle Rifle. It's been a while.
Hey.
Been a hot minute since we've seen you. Yes, this is a new layout. I moved, so
So the studio moved.
so the studio moved, and this is gonna get all redone. We're very excited about the future, but I have to finish the living room first. So, studios, for some reason, the studio's not top priority. I don't get that. I'll chat with my wife.
Pretty sure your wife's in charge.
I get it.
So
I get it.
So what I did this week, you mentioned Crown of Sorrows raid. That was fun.
That was a raid.
For the most part.
we did it.
We did it. It was, yeah, success. And then Stephanie and I started watching Rick and Morty season 4. We went ahead and got typically we just wait till things come out on
Hulu.
Yeah, and then
Netflix.
you can kind of binge it or whatnot. Rick and Morty is still a Adult Swim show, so it comes out weekly. And if you want to watch it right when it comes out, you have to actually pay for it. So we really enjoy Rick and Morty, so we decided it's our anniversary this weekend. Let's celebrate, and we'll watch Rick and Morty because we really, really love it. We're probably a little over halfway through season 4 right now. It's really good. Yeah, I would say it has the same magic that the first 3 seasons do. So hasn't gotten any worse.
I started Solar Opposites today.
Yeah, there you go.
I forgot about that.
How far have you gotten?
Just the first episode.
Oh, okay. Hard to judge something after.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
super
Oh, it
funny.
is. It's great. I freaking love that show. The other thing I did this week was I finished She-Ra's final season. I'm the only one here who watches that.
I think I'll watch it when it's done.
It was done.
Oh, it is done?
Yep.
Okay.
Final
I'll probably-
season.
He'll have it
Probably
done by
so.
next week.
I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts. I don't think it's a show as much for you, but you'll probably still enjoy it. It's good. It's good.
Shots fired.
No, I don't know. I think it's a pretty predictable conclusion to the series. It's what you kind of expect out of like a children's animated series. What you think will happen probably will happen.
I bet it has a happy ending.
But all that said, I think
everybody dies in the end.
I think all the loose ends and all the little story beats that have been kind of out there get cleaned up real nicely, and yeah, it's good. I don't know who to recommend it for. It's probably a fanboy worthy show for me, but again, it's definitely not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely more of a kids show or young adult, I feel like, but yeah, I like it.
Is that everything?
That's everything. Man, I didn't do a lot this week. I painted today.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
painted my
painting.
bathroom yesterday.
I went to Tanganyika today.
Ooh.
nuts.
Got to
I
see
wa-
them animals.
I watched 2 penguins bang for a bit.
Yeah, you sent us the video.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't need to see that.
Dude, that's the circle of life, man. That's how it happens.
Okay. Well,
There was also some
all right.
otters that were, they're hanging out, but it looked like they were killing each other. It was great. Tanganyika's a lot of fun. I like animals, and penguins are my favorite, so it was weird to watch them
Procreate.
reproduce. But hey, yeah, circle of life.
That's
Also
nature.
white tigers.
That's nature. Okay, should we hop over into some news?
Let's do it.
Should we do the big one first, or are we saving it?
I've got 2 trailers.
Oh, okay.
We could save the big one.
I don't think there's a lot of other news,
There-
so let's just run through these real quick, and we'll.
Yeah. So the first small trailer that came out, it's a Netflix movie. Have you guys heard of The Old Guard? Did you watch a trailer for Old Guard?
I did not watch the trailer, but I saw that it came out, and I meant to watch it, and I forgot.
Okay.
I didn't even hear
That's the
about
one with
this one.
Charlize Theron,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Oh.
And it's based off of the comic book by, here I wrote it down, Greg Rucka and
Yeah.
Leandro Fernandez. And it's like these immortal gods have been living on Earth, and they like protect humanity or something. It looks interesting. Charlize Theron
Or
has an axe.
something. Yeah.
Something.
I don't know.
Did you say she has an axe?
Yeah, she has an axe.
Oh, I'm in.
And guns, but I think the comic is well received, but I didn't know this looked super good or not. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of looked like one of the Netflix movies where you go,
Yeah.
and then never watch it.
So bright for me.
Yeah. But yeah, it could be good. Charlize Theron's a good actress.
Yeah.
The other trailer that came out was no small trailer at all. Is the
Talking
second
about the one on Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that premiered in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Tenet's second trailer premiered in Fortnite. What the heck?
Maybe they're gonna have a mode where everything goes backwards.
Guys.
Oh, where you
Where the
catch
circle
bullets instead
where
of...
the circle goes out instead of coming in.
All right, so the movie, so Tenet
Now
is
the
the
movie's already
movie we're
confused.
talking about, and I don't know. I was curious. This conversation didn't just happen between us. I had this conversation with other people as well. Like, why is Tenet releasing a trailer in Fortnite? What's the crossover of Christopher Nolan fans and hardcore Fortnite players?
I have no idea. I feel like Fortnite just needed something for an event to get people to come in.
Well, someone mentioned to me it was
WB
more
was
of
like-
it was more of like a, we have all this marketing money that we
Aren't using.
using. We got to do something with it. I guess throw it in Fortnite.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, people are at home, and Fortnite's probably the most played game in
Yeah.
the world. So to get your trailer in front of as many eyes as possible, Fortnite's not a terrible option.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's
not
weird, and you're right. Like, the demographic is odd. Like, I don't feel like there's many 12 or 13, 14-year-olds that are interested in Tenet, but you know, there is.
I like to see. I want to get all the reactions of 12-year-olds coming out of Twin. Like, I don't know what I watched, but I think I liked it. Mom, do we live in a machine?
Can I catch bullets?
No.
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 No,
That
you
said,
can't.
it wasn't out like exclusively on Fortnite
No.
for long. It didn't have like a only you have to watch it here or you have to wait 24 hours before you can see it anywhere else. Like,
right.
it was a pretty quick
It was
turnaround.
like within an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So, what did you think of the actual trailer, though?
It was a good trailer.
Yeah, I liked it.
Honestly, I think it did a lot for me, just to explain like what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm in for a Nolan movie no matter what, but some people I think have probably seen the trailers up until now and are like, I don't get it. And this movie, you get at least what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here are the characters.
There's something weird going on
Here are the abilities that they're
with
using.
time, even though it's
yeah.
not time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is classic Nolan, because he loves doing time and
Time
planting
stuff,
ideas
yeah.
in people's heads.
Yep.
I do have to say I was a little off put when they didn't put in the director of Interstellar on there, because that's his best movie.
It's his like worst reviewed movie though.
Oh, I forgot to ask Bjorn what he thought of Interstellar.
We'll
I bet he
have to
hates
ask.
that movie.
Hey Bjorn, what do you think of Interstellar?
I was gonna ask that because we kind of were talking before the raid.
I mean, we had like a 20-minute discussion before the
we had a
race
little mini
started.
pod. We should have recorded
We
it.
should have. That would have been good.
Yeah, we'd had 6 people going. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Before Tenet comes out and we go see it, we'll have like a Nolan exclusive
Oh yeah.
pod talking
Yeah.
about
Oh, yeah,
all
I'm
of his
so in.
movies and stuff. So
And we'll have Bjorn call in so we can all gang up on him.
there we go.
Oh, and with the fanboy.
I just
you're
think
on live.
so. I
question.
honestly, I think Interstellar is so.
First time caller, long time listener.
They just listed 3 movies, right? Or 2 movies. They listed Dark Knight,
Trilogy.
Dark Knight trilogy,
Yeah.
and then
Inception.
Inception and Dunkirk, didn't they?
They did do Dunkirk.
Because that was his Oscar. His last one, I guess.
That's
so.
interesting. I think still Interstellar probably has the least in common with Batman trilogy. Makes sense. It's Batman.
Yeah.
And also, you have the next Batman.
People
in your
know
trailer.
it. People know it.
Yeah.
Who they cut to after they-
Inception.
Yeah.
Inception makes sense because it seems like kind of that high concept, heady type of film. It's gonna probably be similar. Dunkirk probably just because it's his most recent movie, and so I guess I get why Interstellar's out there. But I'm with you. I was a little like, oh, they left off my favorite one.
yeah,
Interstellar's like the. Never mind. I don't want to say anything that gets me in trouble.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it, Tyler.
No.
Do it.
Move on to the next news story.
Do it.
That's the trailers for this week, right?
Yep. Tenet
Okay.
looks good. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I got 2 rumor stories that we can talk about.
Do it.
The next Call of Duty is rumored to be called Black Ops Cold War.
Should I let the kitty cat in?
Let that podcat in. Simon, get in here.
We got an episode to record. What are you doing?
Okay, bye.
So that's cool, I guess. I like the original Black Ops. And that sounds like exactly where they're going back to. So I guess we're gonna go rehash all the old games with
Well,
new
when
engines.
you make a game every year,
Yeah.
you run out of ideas real fast.
Well, and then when you
I
tried
think
to
they're
go
also
to the
running out of wars to reenact.
yeah, when you went to the future, it didn't really work out. So,
that didn't get real
so what do you do?
well
Um,
reviewed.
The other rumor, Sony has another Spider-Man movie in development. Madam Web is the rumored movie. That's pretty much all I know about it. I think they got a director.
Listen, I'm not gonna believe it until something other than Morbius comes out.
And Venom 2?
And if Morbius doesn't come out, I'll believe it any less. But
Morbius is coming out.
I think it's probably Spider-Man's their
soon
big.
though.
I don't know.
All right, this is Sony we're talking about. Spider-Man is their big IP. You got Spider-Man and what? Jumanji, or is that that's Paramount? Is that Paramount or is that Sony?
It's Sony.
That's Sony.
Sony.
That's Sony.
Yeah.
So like, they're gonna throw every Spider-Man
Do they-
offshoot.
Do they still have Bond?
Yeah, I think they have some distribution rights or something.
Okay. I can't remember because there hasn't been a Bond movie
I think
in
they do.
so long.
I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. 90% sure. I
If
could
it's a
look it
good
up, but I'm
Bond,
not
if
going
it's a good Bond movie, it will do great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Skyfall. I think it made $1 billion. Did it?
Oh, the cat is messing with the handle now. Come on in.
Come here, kitty. Simon.
But yeah, that's a rumored thing.
Yeah.
A Madam Web.
Madam Web.
movie.
I have no idea who Madam Web is or
I know nothing about
what she
Madam Web.
does, but
People like the character, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be an audience, and I'm sure we'll be there.
oh yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got in the rumor mill this week.
So over in
or out.
TV land, he just wants to know what's going on. Once he observes that there's no shenanigans,
Oh, I can
move on.
guys. I can shenanize.
you can provide us with
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Shenanigizzle.
Shenaniganize.
I like it. Shenaniganize.
I like it too. Okay, so over in TV land, some good news. John Krasinski's
Dude, John Krasinski's a genius.
a fun little YouTube late night show spin-off knockoff thing got picked up by a freaking network television. We can't get picked up by network television, but John Krasinski can. To be fair, I would choose John Krasinski over me any day also.
Not me.
Good choice, CBS. Thank you, Luke. You're too kind. I love you.
I won't choose the man who married Emily Blunt. That'd be torture.
I thought you meant not over you.
Oh, yeah. That.
Heartbroken
Totally.
over here now. Wow. I don't know if I can finish the show.
You can.
I can
He's
and I
not-
will.
He's not going to be in it anymore, though. He's just going to be a producer, right?
They were pretty
It was a pretty like vague.
vague.
word,
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, they specifically did state that they were like, we want to highlight like the good in the world, and we think that John and this outlet this thing he's created is really doing a really cool thing with that. So we want to make that as part of our programming and expand it and give them, the money basically to do more things.
What a
So
beast.
good
Genius
good for him.
idea.
Yeah.
One of the better
If they
ideas coming
change
out of
the
quarantine.
logo, the show will be a failure. The logo has to be the same.
I think it will
With
be.
like just the art his kids did.
yeah.
Colored in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other small things?
I don't have much.
I have two.
No, I don't have anything
I have
else.
two. There is a state of play on May 27th for The Last of Us 2.
Doesn't everyone already know the whole story?
Well,
Not
yeah.
me, don't say anything.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're showing. It's probably going to reveal their multiplayer, is my guess.
I'm not watching.
I'm not either.
Mainly because
I'll
accidentally
watch-
see something in the comments and it will probably ruin every
I'll
video
watch
game
for
memory.
you and then tell you if anything was good or not.
Also, multiplayer, I probably won't even.
Yeah, I
play.
Yeah, who
it.
cares?
So there's 2 DC stories this week. I'll take the bigger one right now.
Do it.
Ruby Rose is leaving Batwoman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of rumors about why that is. I know she sustained a pretty terrible injury during filming. I'm assuming they'll say that wasn't the reason why. I'm sure it kind of had influence on making that decision.
Plays into it.
The other rumor is I had heard like that I've read is that she didn't enjoy the long hours it took for a TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense if you've never done it and you get thrown into a DC Comics role where you're under heavy scrutiny.
You're a lead, right?
Yeah.
Like this isn't Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
This is
You're-
Batwoman.
You're in every scene. You're always there. You're the first one up, last one to leave. Like, it's yeah. I mean, I hope for her mental health, she's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, we want
but I mean,
that's more important. Than,
right. Kudos to her though for being willing to choose herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's hard to do. I think in today's world.
Yep.
So good for her. I'm sure she'll get a movie role in the next 3 months.
It does lead to an interesting place though, where we're at now with recasting.
Yeah.
Because it got picked up for a second. It got renewed for a second season.
And there's a lot of people who want it.
They've
That's
basically
the
just said,
interesting
yeah,
part.
we're recasting, and now out of the woodwork, hands are coming
Yeah,
up like,
yeah.
pick me.
It's
Also a good job.
they're also picking a LGBTQ person to play the character, and I think of all the people who I've seen lobby, there's only one. Stephanie Beatriz is the only one so far that I've seen.
I think she could be good.
Yeah.
I love her in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Obviously, that's a very different role.
I saw one article where they were saying that like her character in that would make her a good translation, and I was like,
no, what?
No, it wouldn't. I was like, this person does not watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
You read the character synopsis
Yeah.
for her, and that was it. But I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's always funny like when things recast and they act like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the CW is meta enough that they would make jokes about it.
Oh, probably.
Did you get a haircut? You look
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would do it. But
New wig. No.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, maybe we can speculate on that later. But
Speculate.
well, we're gonna do a lot of speculating here in probably the next 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, guys.
Well, Zack Snyder did a watch along last week.
Yep.
Did you guys watch that?
I did.
did.
Well,
I watched the whole thing.
I did too.
I listened to the whole thing. I would say.
I watched the whole thing. I was in there early and I
Yeah, I was too.
never turned it off.
Watched him pause it and have issues with the Warner Brothers logo for like 15 minutes. Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, so he had a watch along for Man of Steel where he then had a Q&A, which I thought the Q&A was awesome.
Yeah.
Bringing the people into the Zoom call was super cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Henry Cavill crashed it.
That was awesome.
And I think, Zack Snyder, of course, is like, oh, something's happening to my script. Shut up, dude. We know what you're doing.
don't be coy about it.
Henry
Mind if I
Cavill's
crash
like,
your body?
yeah.
No, get out, Henry.
And I think, once he crashed it, I think everybody knew what was coming
Yeah.
next.
Man of Steel 2.
I was kind of thinking it.
I was thinking
I was
that.
really...
When it was only Henry for the longest time, I was like, maybe this is Man of Steel 2. But no, they announced that the Snyder Cut will come out on HBO Max in 2021. Where my prediction now dies is that...
My prediction dies too.
Yeah.
Because I had said that they wouldn't mention it at all this year.
Yeah, mine was the Snyder Cut will be released 2020 HBO Max. So
Luke wins.
yeah,
Wait, did you had a prediction about Snyder Cut?
I had a prediction that they'd move on from Henry Cavill's Superman and
Oh,
Man of
okay.
Steel 2 or Superman reboot.
So you're more celebrating because we just didn't get points.
Yeah, because
okay.
it's 1 to 0 to 0. Yeah. Well, technically.
that's not important.
Something could go wrong with Boba Fett. Something could go wrong. It's only been announced. We haven't seen anything yet.
This is true.
True.
But no, Snyder Cut is going to be on HBO Max, And I think that leads to our de facto topic this week.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure we're getting ready to go on a rant for this. What were your guys' initial reaction?
I was freaking pumped. Yeah. Like I've been like, yeah, I want to see it, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
And the moment Henry Cavill came in, I was like, and it was like, even like when he announced the watch long, I remember I was like to you guys, I was like, it's gonna get announced. And I started,
you said it on the air last week.
Yeah, I was like, I started getting like kind of excited, and I texted you guys initially. It's like, hope you guys are ready for this Snyder Cut announcement. You guys were like, oh yeah, and I was like, no, it's happening. But once he turned the camera, and that image popped up, I was just like, oh yeah, let's freaking go, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I think what's really interesting, oftentimes when we talk about Justice League, the lines get drawn and there's only ever two camps, right? There's the people who want it, and they're all big bleepity bleep holes. And then there's the people who are like...
Can you expand on that? I don't know what that means.
And then there's the people who are rational and are like, oh, like this is, things happen for a reason. And, why would he want to come back and, this surrounding a bunch of tragedy in his personal life and yada, yada, yada. And it doesn't exist. Obviously, it does exist. Obviously, there's more ground in between those two posts for people to exist in, which is where I've always found myself, is kind of caught in the middle of this. Like, as someone who loves filmmaking, I really want to see what his original vision was. But I don't love the trollish nature that sometimes the Snyder cult tends to take on. That said, I thought that on the Zoom call, the people who were there, which I don't know who any of those people were, if they were
fans.
If they were just fans, I thought they were all super respectful. And it's, from the press release, it seems like HBO or Warner hasn't felt like they've been too it's a press release, so it's not gonna be like,
they haven't been hurtful towards people,
right?
Is kind of what I read into it.
So I'm wondering if there was, I'm excited for the fans who wanted to see this. I'm one of those who was at least interested. I think all of us kind of enjoyed Justice League, at least to a certain degree, acknowledging that we
realize it's not a great movie, but there's bits to enjoy in there,
right? So I am like, mostly because I feel like this movie is coming out in the right way with the right attitude. It's not being released cynically.
Yeah,
we're gonna give our creator $20 to $30 million to finish it.
Yeah, like
that's incredible. That's awesome. Good on you, Warner and HBO Max.
Yeah, I saw a thing, and I can't remember who it was. It was somebody on Twitter. They were like, this is great because Warner Brothers was always known as the director's studio. And like, this is them getting back to that. And I was like, that's something that's going to be super overlooked. But it's very true. Like, this is definitely a director-friendly move.
Yeah.
I think. So good on Warner. The thing that shocked me the most about it, and I'm excited, I didn't mention that, but the thing that shocked me the most about it is like, this discussion happened in November.
Yeah.
And it didn't leak. Like,
yeah.
There was grumblings, but somehow that was kept under wraps. And like, this has been one of the most high profile, I think, pop culture things since the movie came out.
Yeah.
So the fact that was able to keep under wraps for Warner Brothers, they got some tight security in there. They're doing something right.
Better than Naughty Dogs.
Yeah. Seriously.
Also, I think it's really cool that just what they're calling it, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
I think that's really...
It was always, to me, so interesting that people thought, like, Warner Brothers hated Zack Snyder. I never felt that was the case.
No.
I just felt like, Zack Snyder's family life took a huge blow.
Yeah.
I mean, something that no one should go through. And he tried to do it and just couldn't.
Yeah.
And he had to step away. And rather than, like, Warner Brothers was trying to meet their number, so they're like, hey, we'll just finish the movie, we'll put it out and be done with it. Like, I don't think they did it with like, let's get that Zack Snyder guy. Like, that wasn't the intention.
Right.
And that was kind of how it was spun in the media. And like, I think them naming it Zack Snyder's Justice League, like, kind of goes to show you, like, no, like, there's no bad blood there. They don't
Right.
hate each other. It's just bad circumstances.
Yep.
I mean, his wife works for the company.
Yeah.
You know, like that says a lot.
She's an executive producer,
Yeah,
so
like,
like
she's pretty important to them. So that's something to note.
You mentioned the $20 to $30 million. So I got some other things along with it. They're not doing
reshoots.
but they are gonna do some ADR work for more voiceover stuff.
Probably what wasn't finished.
Yeah. And then I'm curious if any other things will change, because I know this was like the third part of like a 5-part thing, like Man of Steel through Justice League 3 or something. And I don't know if like end on the cliffhanger that it was probably intended to.
Yeah, I don't think this was ever intended to, really wrap up Darkseid, but Darkseid is obviously a huge part of his movie. Mm-hmm. I say obviously. To those of us who know...
Obviously.
To those of us who have followed the news stories about the movie, Darkseid is still a very important part of that. And to wrap this up, but not have any intent to actually finish that story, I think bringing Darkseid back in could be could be kind of bittersweet, but maybe the whole thing is kind of bittersweet. Mm-hmm. So it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, and then also one of the quotes that Snyder had was, it's like entirely a new thing, and you probably saw 1/4 of what I did. So there's going to be a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
When you think about the numbers, they released a 2-hour movie. He said he has a 4-hour cut.
It's around 4 hours.
4-hour cut, and out of that 2-hour movie, they probably reshot
70% of it.
I bet half of it,
at least.
Yeah. There's things like the big action set pieces that got changed, but they were still the same, because you don't pour $150 million of CG into those things to just suddenly scrap them completely.
Well, we know one, like Steppenwolf's end is different.
Right.
Like we already know that.
Right.
So like that whole Steppenwolf thing, I think that was all reshot.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's something they can do, because
any scene where
he's completely CGI.
Any scene where Ben Affleck is looking really sad.
Yeah, that's a reshoot.
It's probably a reshoot, or his wig is looking whew. Let's see, what else do we got here?
There's one thing that I find the most interesting to me is the format in which it will be released.
Yeah.
That is going to be I think that's going to be the kicker. So I guess there was a viewing of this with all the higher ups at WB
Warner Brothers
and
executives.
AT&T.
Yeah.
And I think AT&T had a lot to do with this, by the way. Mm-hmm. I think they were the ones who pushed it. But there was a viewing of it, and I guess Zack Snyder pitched having cliffhangers as if it was a TV show, or doing it in like, I guess, 2 parts.
Yeah.
Brett kind of said this in our group chat. If it's broken down, it needs to be 2 parts, and that's it. Not any more than that.
I'm gonna stick by that too, because I've had more time to think about it, and I think from a business decision, I get the draw of like,
for retention.
Let's have 6 weeks where the only thing people are talking about is Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
because we're gonna have a awesome cliffhanger.
And also,
I
if
think
it's
that's
6
a bad
weeks,
thing, though.
If it's 6 weeks long, you're gonna have to have a subscription for at least
6 weeks,
at least 2 months.
Yeah.
So,
see, but this is where I think that would hurt them, though, because if people are talking about that for 6 weeks, what are they gonna talk about when it's over? They're gonna want more of Snyder's vision, and I don't think they're ready to commit to that.
I just think that,
because it goes back to your 5-part question, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do they finish his story? Are they able to bring that cast back together to do 2 more movies?
Gosh, how...
You know what I mean? Like, then it becomes a bigger conversation. So, like, I think it's better.
This is the frustrating part about it. The internet is going insane right now, because they're all like, it's breaking news. Ben Affleck is returning to the role of Batman to direct his own movie. And it's like...
He's going to go read some lines in a booth and then go home and drink a
it.
beer with Ana de Armas.
Oh, don't please. Okay, the podcast's on the desk.
End podcast.
Catwoman in the Snyder Cut confirmed.
What? Which one?
I just think that when you have even if it's a long movie, even if it's a 4-hour movie,
Give me the 4-hour movie.
and you break it into different sections, that you're cutting it in a different format than what you shot it for.
Yeah.
And I don't know how satisfying it's going to be to be like, oh, I watched the intro this week.
Yeah.
Because it's not like each episode, each part is going to have its own arc. That's how like miniseries still get you to carry through. Mm-hmm. Here's part 1, but guess what? Inside this part, we're going to maybe not each character, but we're going to give you a little bit of an arc through each different part. And without going back and doing reshoots and completely building the film structure to be a multiple part miniseries, I don't know how that works. It may just by the nature of dumb luck be able to work. Yeah. I don't know because I haven't seen the movie, but
yeah.
I don't like,
and it may make it more digestible for people who aren't really, really interested.
Yeah.
What I kind of thought about was, I don't think it will be like this because it reminded me of The Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. Because Mandalorian always felt so short.
Yeah.
And it was like, and it's over. But it still had that arc stuff, which helped carry through. But that's kind of what it reminded me of, and I think it could feel like that. But yeah, the big question is getting those arcs to push through each.
It might be
episode.
interesting, if you've got if it's a 6-part thing, you've got the first 2 or 3 parts to kind of like introduce different characters who really felt rushed through.
A live action Justice League TV show.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I would still prefer like a 2-parter.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love if you just let me binge the whole thing.
Just 4 hours.
Just 4 hours.
With a 4-hour movie.
Let me plant my little keister down on the couch at 7:30.
Yeah.
And then just go boom.
Straight to midnight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
It sounds freaking fantastic.
So enough with the particulars. Let's get into the fun stuff. There's a lot of different characters that are in this movie that we already know about.
Yeah.
Which begs the question, what characters do we not know about will be in this one? The one that'll be the most interesting to me, and it's because Zack Snyder, and I'll say this isn't a new character. We know that Ryan Choi, the Atom, is supposed to be in this movie. I would think he's just a cameo, but like with how much he's talking,
Yeah, that guy.
with how much he keeps like pimping out that image of Ryan Choi, there's something more to that.
Yeah.
There has to be. It has to be something with either bringing Superman back or maybe he suits up and then gets wrecked.
To me, it feels like in his grand scheme of things, he was going to be in this one. You might get the idea that, he's a shrink.
He's the Atom, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been in
later
another
one?
installment where he suits up.
Yeah. When the Justice League
Like in this one, he might
this.
shrink in this one, but it's purely scientifical.
Scientific.
Scientific. Okay. It's in my science thesaurus.
Gotcha.
Thesaurisical to dinosaur. Anyway.
Makes sense.
Sorry. Yeah, I lost my train of thought trying to think
It's
of
okay.
dumb words. So.
It's okay.
Over in the chat, Battle Rifle says John Stamos in the movie, no doubt.
My big question is, how is Green Lantern going to be used?
He's in it for
like
sure.
full on.
He's in it for sure. I don't know
how.
Yeah, I think there's a Hal Jordan in the movie, and I think the Justice League needs him.
Not just somebody getting stabbed real quick in a flashback.
No, I think he's in it.
I also think that flashback is going to be like
20 minutes long.
Maybe kind of like
6
in
minutes?
Man of Steel, we had that really long Krypton intro. I think it's something like that.
You think it's the intro?
Oh yeah, it's gonna start off and it's gonna be Darkseid showing up and it's gonna be like the date on the bottom and then 4,000 years later or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Ben Affleck walking down the street.
Doing his Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 dance. No, I did see Ray Porter tweeted out, like, I got permission, guys. I can say it. I played Darkseid in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
And I was like...
He's narrated
oh my
some of the books that I've listened to on Audible. So.
Does he have a good voice?
He's good. He's a voice actor, so, I mean, he knows...
He'll kill it. Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. I don't, apparently.
Do we know... Who do we think might play Green Lantern? Sorry, you mentioned him earlier.
Who do we...
John Stamos.
John Stamos, obviously. No, well, I was trying to remember if there were any, like, leaks or...
There was...
teases out there.
I don't know what Dana's been on here. Thought it was going to be Pinterest.
There's an app for that.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. He's back.
No, it's some dude that I've never heard of.
John Stamos Jr.? Sarah John
Probably.
Stamos Jr.?
As long as it's not Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds Jr.? Yeah. Blake Lively. You got it. Right there. No, I don't know.
He can't find it.
What other character? I guess another character that was supposed to show up was Harry Lennox was supposed to be revealed as Martian Manhunter.
Yep.
Somebody's been watching over closely.
And that is something that he
Confirmed.
Yep. He confirmed, and Snyder over on Vero.
Sam Benjamin is the dude that's rumored.
Oh.
Because he was tweeting out that he worked with Snyder on it and stuff.
I've never heard of him.
Me, that's what I'm saying. It was a guy I'd never heard of. So who knows?
Abin Sur, and he dies in the battle, and then his ring goes sweet.
And then we meet Hal, like
Different
it's just
origin.
Just a cameo.
I don't know. Just fit the ball in.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's more of like a, not necessarily an end credit scene, but maybe like a...
Like just to have, I don't know. I feel like you'd get somebody recognizable.
What if it is Ryan Reynolds?
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Can we get an
Especially
additional
after he shot himself?
$5 million just to like get him in there?
Come in and do a cameo. Yeah, because it's not going to go anywhere, right? I mean, this is the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
So I bet he'd do it.
For money? Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of end credit scenes,
Oh, yeah.
we can get the original end credit scene, which I hadn't necessarily realized had been reshot or shortened
It's
or
that
whatever.
camera.
It was
that-
supposed to lead into Ben Affleck's movie.
It was that
Right.
camera test that when he's walking off the flying fox.
Yeah.
I'm betting that's it, and I bet he confronts Batman, and they probably have a quick scuffle. And then he leaves Batman with some parting words of "I'm coming for you" or something.
Probably.
Oh man, that suit was dope.
Yeah.
I'm so in. See, that's the problem though. This is gonna come out, and we're gonna be like, well,
Now
one,
we need
It's already happening.
2 more
I mean,
movies.
yeah. But
now every cut wants to be released. We want every single thing that was supposed to follow up. Like I saw some people being like, "Oh, hopefully we can get that Cyborg movie to come out on HBO Max now." It's like,
No.
stop.
that never
Don't do
even
that.
started filming. You have a great Cyborg story. And
That was
it's on
supposed to come out
April.
on my birthday this year.
That's right.
We have a good Cyborg story in Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Go watch it. You don't need a Cyborg movie. But this all begs the question.
Will there be a 4K Blu-ray release?
Oh yeah, there will be. There'll be a physical release, and I'll buy it.
Absolutely.
But this is my question: what if it sucks?
There's a good chance.
There's a good chance this movie's a mess.
Yep. There's.
But that leads me into my.
I'd
next
say there's
theory.
an extremely good chance that this thing is extremely mixed, just like all the other Snyder movies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So,
But then you're gonna have us who are like, yeah, we're gonna land on the mixed thing, but we'll be like, but that one scene,
Yeah.
like, there's gonna be enough of those moments, I think, to carry it, especially for the people who are fanboys of it.
yeah.
But I know I'll be smiling the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
It will,
and
it will
then if-
take me a while to kind of get past all the fanboyisms to actually kind of critique
Like,
it.
yeah, I'll have to watch it a few times.
Yeah. I think when we see it, we'll understand why
didn't come out
when
initially.
Zack Snyder stepped away, they were like,
we wanted this to go in a different direction.
Well,
Woo!
who can we and why they chose Joss and why then? Because and there's all sorts of reasons why. Whether you agree with them or not, that's a whole nother debate. But when you look at the style of most filmmakers, it's not Zack Snyder's style. And to have someone else come in and finish it in a way that was very close or similar to his vision, I think would have been an even bigger disaster than what we got.
Snyder's a heck of a visual storyteller.
He is definitely. I think I've mentioned it on the show before. I think he makes probably a better DP than a director in my mind.
Crazy shots that he comes up with that work so well.
But yeah. But his stuff I think is fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
back to my question of what if it sucks?
What if it sucks?
This leads me into my theory. So now we can actually get a Fanboys 2. Because then Snyder can give the movie to them in the end to watch. It can happen. They could tell the story again. We can do this. You got to write it though.
Okay.
You got to beat Ernest Cline to the punch because he's working on it.
Nah, he's got.
But you got to watch Fanboys.
He's
first.
got 1,600 Ready Player One.
He's working on Ready Player 2. He's busy.
Yeah.
He's writing the book. The movie's going forward already.
You got it, Brett.
All right, I got this.
You can do this. It's gonna be. You gotta watch Fanboys, so you know what we're looking for here.
Okay.
I guarantee you could get Ray Fisher to help. He would come and do it.
Yeah.
He would be in the movie.
He'd be in a movie.
Yeah, he would do it.
He'd just be in any movie. I'll be in your movie.
Yeah.
I'll be in your movie.
Yeah.
Me. Can I be in your movie, Brett?
So yeah,
Totally.
Snyder Cut. It's happening. It's a thing. My prediction was wrong. I'm still salty, but I'm excited.
I'm not salty anymore. I was salty for like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm excited I get to see this movie.
I'll be salty. Well, like Zack Snyder even said, he's like, it's unfortunate that it might be in 2021. He said might, and I was like, it's gonna be in 2021. Don't get our hopes up.
Oh, yeah.
Stop that.
The other thing to bring up is, we did have a lot of people for a long time saying that this thing's ready to go. They've got it on a hard drive and they can drop it whenever they want. This thing was sitting on a hard drive untouched since 2017, the spring of 2017, in Zack Snyder's house. And so I think as soon as he left, they changed course super quick. They had to.
Also, he's been working on a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been busy.
Yeah.
He took time to deal with what he had to deal with family wise, and then he got back to work on other things because that was for sure, right? And as much as he wanted to do Snyder Cut, as much as he wanted to finish Justice League, that was never a sure thing, even up until
And he
November.
even says in the art, he's like, I never thought I was going to be able to.
Yeah, he thought it was
release
like
this.
20 years.
20
away
years,
from-
maybe there'd be a documentary about it, and
There probably still will be.
I sure hope there still
Yeah,
is.
there will be. There'll be a last dance of the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, but so just to reiterate how filmmaking works, and it's very collaborative, and it does take a long time. This is coming out in 2021, not for any necessarily not because of business decisions, because it's because the film is not finished.
Yeah.
And Snyder needs time to recut things, especially if they're going to break it up into more episodic things. They have to finish visual effects. They have to get ADR back in.
Marketing.
They have to do marketing for it.
They did get the original VFX team back though.
That's really
They
cool.
were able to get them all.
That's really cool.
So that was cool. That came out this week. I know
So-
that they were
I think-
trying, but they were able to.
I don't know if this is true, but lots of people were saying we could even get a trailer soon.
Yeah, apparently they're working on a trailer. I
That
did
wouldn't
see
that wouldn't
too.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Mostly because I think
Now's the time. I mean, while it's hot.
those VFX artists, those teams, when you're making a trailer, when you're making a movie, the things that they pull for the trailer, they polish real quick. Those are the things they get in there so that you can have a trailer out 6 months before the movie comes
and
out.
like even just use some old stuff. Throw like 10 seconds of something nobody's seen in there, just like real quick to be like, oh.
Show the picture you've shown of Darkseid a million times of him jumping with his spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Everybody will go, oh,
Yeah.
best movie ever.
Yeah, exactly. That will be the response.
Yeah.
Shoot, I had a question. Oh, so I want to know, does this up the game of streaming services release? Like, will Apple be like, oh, we need to do something a little bigger.
We need to do this too.
They're doing a Justice League movie.
I think the circumstances are so unique.
I would agree with Tyler.
It's hard to say.
Because this like
They're upping the game.
It's just been such a phenomenon for so long, and then for it to come out and everybody's be like, oh, like my top trending things on Twitter, the top 10 were all Justice League.
No, absolutely.
It's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, it's insane. I mean, there's books being written about this.
Yeah.
Like there's novels being written.
Like I know like the current hashtag now going around is make Solo 2 happen.
Ugh.
Could it now though? Like is that a possibility? I mean, it probably depends on success.
Make
of Snyder
Solo
Cut,
a TV show, maybe.
Called Solo 2?
Sure.
Duet?
Call it
here.
Solo Dolo.
I'm one of those people who actually enjoys Solo quite a bit. So
Sorry,
I would not
threw up in my
mind.
mouth.
I would not mind a Solo Solo 2, or a TV show.
I'd rather it be a TV show.
I think I would have more fun with a TV show.
Me too.
Because you could have little episodic adventures and like
You could just
that's a great like
Solo walking down the street.
You could literally pull up the Wikipedia page for Han Solo, take each bullet point, episode 1, 2, 3, perfect.
I don't want them to do that.
Well, that's what they did with the movie, and you liked it, so it's the
Doesn't
same
mean that's
thing.
that's all I want.
You guys make me chuckle.
Here's the deal. It makes sense now for Justice League to come out on streaming services based on circumstance.
Yeah.
The money, as long as theaters come back,
They're going to get a theatrical run on this.
the money is still there. Absolutely.
They're going to get a theatrical
Absolutely.
run.
This thing is going to probably, let's say this comes out summer 2021. That's what I'm going to guess. Let's say this comes out summer 2021. Christmas 2021, this thing's in theaters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See it as it was meant to be seen.
Yep. That's the marquee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shot in IMAX.
For sure.
Do you think they'd wait that long?
I think it's coming out earlier. I think summer is when it'll be in the theater.
You really?
Because, well, if you look at DC's release schedule for next year, they have something in the spring, I believe. Or no, they don't. They have August for Suicide Squad, and then Batman is what, October?
November. Yeah, October.
October.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Right. So like the summer's open for them. So I think they try to get this thing to HBO Max in the spring, and then like 2 months, 3 months later, they're like, "Hey,
Do you think
for 2 weeks only,
like full release, like it's in theaters for a couple weeks, or do you think like
I think
weekend event?
I think it'll be like 2 weeks only. It'll be like a limited run, and we probably won't get it. But
I mean,
It'll
we
be
have an IMAX
interesting to see how theaters react to that.
well, because everybody's gonna have already seen it, so it's gonna be risky to put it in theaters for the hardcore fans. Will go out and watch it, especially if it's.
I guess that's true.
I guess it's also got to be it's really dependent on the format.
Right.
Normal 3D.
Ugh. Please no. Like if it's a 4-hour movie, I'm buying like 5 packs of cookie dough bites.
Ooh.
That would give me a horrible poop.
Look, I am all for long movies with intermissions.
Yes.
yes.
When we went and saw 2001,
That's one of my favorite.
that
movie
was
experiences.
so fun. I love doing that.
And just the fact that we got to use the bathroom in the middle.
Yeah.
And not
I
have
didn't
to stress.
I didn't have to worry about at the end of the movie being like, how much longer is this?
When's this baby showing up?
But yeah, Snyder Cut. We will probably talk about this for
So
weeks
much
to
more.
come.
I honestly,
So much more.
I think about it once in a while. I'm like, I honestly can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I did not think it was actually going to happen. Like, I had small hopes, but I was being cynical about it.
I started talking myself off the ledge a little bit. Like, when the stream was starting, I was like, it's not going to happen. Like,
when the stream started, I was like...
That's when I texted you guys. I was like, man, I hope it does, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I texted
like,
you before. It's like, can't wait to talk about Snyder Code
in 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah. No, I was like, I don't think it's
You
going to
called
happen. And then, no, it did. It is here. It is a thing.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. It's not the end.
It's not the end. We should go through the fan box real quick.
I think we have
We've got a number of questions. We got some good ones
I
tonight.
think Stephanie sent a bunch of them.
I might save one of Stephanie's for next week.
Okay. I'm ready.
Just because we also had some...
Are we back next week?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm concerned. Should we,
I was trying to do a bit, but nobody helped.
You tried.
Yeah.
I appreciate A for effort.
Thanks.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Justice for Danny
What?
at Captain Zash tweeted, "Who's the best Netflix Marvel character to bring into the next phase of the MCU, and why is it Jessica Jones?"
It's not. It's Matt Murdock.
It's definitely Matt Murdock.
Daredevil.
Sorry to hurt your question like that with that answer, but
I enjoy Jessica Jones a lot.
the first season,
Yeah.
the first season is fantastic. The second two, I could not stand them. I thought they were terrible.
There was 3 seasons?
Yeah,
I thought there's only 2.
Yeah, I got canceled like right after
just
its third
such
season, right?
Such bad character work. It doesn't like I was talking about how in the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, they follow what happens to those characters in previous things. So in Defenders, Jessica Jones learns that she shouldn't be closed off and learn to work with people. So what does she do in her next 2 seasons? She won't work with anybody. Great character work. Also horrible villains in the second 2 seasons. Ugh. Sorry to bash on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
First season is one of the best things on Netflix.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But if I'm answering that question with Jessica Jones, like I think I have a harder time seeing where she fits in the movie
team
world than I do Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, and from a less like critical standpoint, because I personally don't like Jessica Jones. But from what I watched of her, I don't see how she would fit. I think that's the biggest issue. Daredevil would fit. Daredevil can fill the Hawkeye role in the Avengers. I mean, he can be that person.
Yeah.
So
personality-wise, too, I think you're right. Like, I don't know how Jessica
would fit
fits in there, especially with the kind of what you're talking about, that almost walk back of like lessons learned and into being like it's her season of TV show, like it's her thing, not Defenders. It's her thing, so we have to have it all about her, and so we're gonna I get what you're both saying. Yeah.
I don't think Kristen Ritter is a bad actress, though.
she's really good.
Yeah.
Also played Deep Rock Galactic. It should be getting more attention than it is.
Deep Rock Galactic.
I will.
I don't even know what that is.
I feel like
should
I
find that
saw
up.
this the other day.
I think it's a co-op game
I do too. I
about
think it's a shooter.
mining or something.
I think it's a shooter.
Okay.
Refrigerator came
Well,
up
if I click on the right thing,
on Steam.
it's on Xbox as well.
On Xbox.
I did see this. This is it's like a first-person shooter, but
It's got good ratings, it looks like.
This game is awesome, solo or not.
Huh. All right, well, let's give it a shot, especially if it's co-op.
Yeah,
We
can get on there
we
and
can
play
all
it.
do it together.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do it together.
at Shorts King Joel has a Destiny related question.
Oh boy.
We've all played that recently, so
With Bungie likely set to advertise their fall expansion within the next month, are you optimistic or pessimistic that they will hit a home run with the fall expansion? So not this next season, but with their big expansion coming in the fall. You guys excited about it?
oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Especially with some of the things they've been teasing for what's happening this next season. I
Once
think
those Doritos show up, things are gonna happen, man.
I've said this a lot, and this has always been my criticism of Destiny, is that they never add new enemies. It's always just a reskin of one we've already had.
Yep.
With what they're teasing, to allude to what you're saying, if they go through with what they're teasing and they reveal what we think they're going to reveal, then I will be very pleased and I will view that as a home run.
Yeah.
The story could suck, but if you add new enemies, to me, that's a huge step in the right direction.
Yep.
Especially with the free-to-play model, you have to keep providing fresh content.
Yeah.
Not rehashes of things we've already done.
Yeah. I'd say I think the expansion itself will probably be a home run. I think it'll probably be really well received. Rumors are it's going to be more Forsaken size than Shadowkeep size. And the first season after when like an expansion releases is always really good. My struggle has been staying engaged post that first season after a new expansion. So we'll see if they can kind of right the ship on that. I feel like they've been really rocky
Here
lately. But I will say they've done some really cool stuff this season in storytelling in the world. I love going into like different locations and seeing the Rasputin towers like all around. It's like, those weren't here.
Yeah.
That's new. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what happens at the end of this season with the whole like
Darkness.
well,
Darkness.
we've all forgotten that the Almighty is still crashing towards
Yeah,
the
we're gonna have to stop
Earth.
that.
We have to stop that.
Or not stop it. It might just plummet and
It'll-
bye-bye
It'll burn
Lost
up.
City.
It'll burn up upon entry. It's
Why
okay.
not? Why not?
That's what they say in all the movies. It'll burn up. It'll be all right.
You have to, it's like Deep Impact or Armageddon. You're going to have to go
Drop a bomb in there.
drop a nuke in there and blow it up. And then as some of it falls into the atmosphere, it'll burn up and the rest will flow into space.
Okay.
Movie,
Watch out for space dementia.
movie written.
From Steitzen, I know her. She asks, "What movie would be better as a musical?" Ooh.
Any. No. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes. Music Meister's the villain.
Justice League the musical. Yes. Here for that.
Max Fury.
That is a musical in its own way.
True. It's like a heavy metal concert.
Yeah. What would be better as a musical?
No. Oh, he is?
I
I think he left.
He's underneath you. Or more underneath Tyler.
He's underneath the table. When did you come back?
I don't know.
He winked at me.
I don't know what would be better. I can think of a TV show. Does that count?
Sure.
I can't
Why
think
not?
of a movie.
Why not?
And this is totally recency bias. But I think Hollywood would be dope as a musical.
Ooh.
I think that era of time lends itself to musical very well.
I'm not a good person to ask this question to because I don't particularly enjoy musicals.
What if they did it like Rocket Man style? Like take a artist or a band and using their music
A
to feed the
biopic musical?
Yeah.
That could be pretty cool actually.
I thought about watching that this weekend. I love that movie.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that with like Sticks. Because I love Sticks. Or Kansas because I'm from Kansas. And they too have great music.
Oh, indeed.
But a movie as a musical. I'm gonna try
Men
to
in
think.
Black.
Oh my gosh, that'd be gnarly.
That would be gnarly.
Bad Boys 2. Any movie with Will Smith.
Oh gosh.
Is that,
Hollywood is my answer. I'm sticking with it. It's a TV show, but it's my answer.
I keep thinking of like sports movies. Like I don't know, you gotta overcome stuff in that. There's usually love stories in them too.
Yeah.
Could you and I haven't seen the live action version. Could you turn Dumbo into a musical and make it better? Is it kind of already a musical? Does it count? I don't know what counts as a
Luke hates
musical.
Dumbo.
I hate
Dumbo too. That's why I'm trying to like maybe the bar is so low that it like
I'm waiting
it
for
would
Brett
ride-
to poke me in the side of the face when he does that.
I think first they need to make it longer than 50 minutes.
Well, I think that with the new one they did.
Wow, good job. I'm never gonna see it. So
Yeah.
Is
you
that
see
the Tim
it?
Burton one?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. It looked weird. You say Tim Burton's. Nope.
Tyler's been doing a lot
It's
of
not the 90s lately.
vomiting today.
Yeah.
Are you okay, man?
There was vomiting in the movie we just watched. And
Oh.
It was really funny. It was hilarious. So it's the bit I'm on right now.
I like it. I'm here for it.
That's a tough question. It's like I can't think of like a serious one. I'm like, that would be better as a musical.
Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, cat touched me. Oh, it scared me.
Cats.
Yes.
Better is a musical.
Cats.
Hairball.
Hot
Get it
rod.
out. Get it out.
Hey, kitty cat. Anything cats?
Hot Rod.
No response.
Hot Rod in the
That
in the
No.
vein of Pop Star.
Hot Rod cannot be made better at all. Period. End of story.
it might be worse, but it could still be fun.
It would probably still be fun.
I'm just thinking of what I would want to see as a musical.
MacGruber.
I should have brought up the movies that I actually like watched last year. Maybe that would help.
All right, next question.
All right. Stighton has another one that I think is really good. It's in the vein of our is cereal a soup?
Oh my.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No,
But it's meat between two pieces of bread.
but the bread's connected.
Doesn't have to. Maybe I buy too cheap of hot dog buns. They always fall apart.
It's all about intention, man.
The Lighthouse?
It's all about yes.
The Lighthouse musical. I am here for that.
Marriage Story? That'd be a depressing musical.
Ooh.
It's all about intention.
Actually, I
Dog
think
bun,
this.
though.
think you're right.
I think this
you're
one would
right.
actually be pretty good. I didn't like this movie as much as everybody else. I still liked it, but
Rambo.
no, Knives Out. I think it could be a pretty entertaining musical.
That's probably true.
I think Rambo would be a fun musical too. It'd be like watching Doom in live action.
As long as Sylvester Stallone is still singing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna agree with Tyler. I do not think a hot dog is a sandwich.
I don't either. A hot dog is a hot dog.
It's all about intention. If the bread is intended to stick together, it's not two pieces of bread or it's not an open faced sandwich. It's
I don't think I've ever seen a sandwich. I don't know if that's
Sandwich.
a sandwich.
said
A sandwich.
Sandwich.
I've never seen a sandwich. I'll tell you that much. Maybe I don't go to the beach enough, but
Have you ever seen a witch in the sand?
that's what he was getting at.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm just being dumb. I'm tired.
it's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next question.
Next question, from Zach. I'm just because he has a really long name. If the sun is a star, how come it's round? Because stars, they have points. But
Okay, time out. Time out. Did everybody plan to ask these kind of questions this week? Did we put something out asking for weird questions?
No.
This is awesome.
Because of the intense gravitational pull from the core of the sun makes it
Round.
spherical. There's my answer.
I'm just gonna say
And
If
also,
you don't know what you're saying, but you say it with confidence, people will buy it. So.
also because whenever I make a star like that, it
not-
does not look like that.
it's not very.
When I
pointy.
draw my suns, also I do the circle and the lines.
So here's my question. I have a question to ask.
It's the poor man's drawing sun.
This thing?
I have a sun?
No.
Oh,
no, you don't.
You are a son.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
So here is my question to you. How do we know that a star is shaped that way? Or is it just the light put off by the star that's shaped that way?
Oh my goodness. You're gonna make my head hurt, man. I can't be thinking like this late.
You're talking about the star, the shape, or the star, the cosmic entity?
Or star like in Hollywood. Like, you're a star! I wanna be a star.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh no. The What the Fanboy Show is a musical.
Yes, this would be better as a musical.
We'll all put on our pinstripe suits and straw hat things and
Hey, Mr. Mister, you heard the news today.
We're gonna have to learn how to tap for our tap number.
Breaking, read all about
We'll
it.
get somebody to sing for us. Well, you can sing. I can't. But we can have somebody dub for me, and I'll just lip sync it.
We can have Logan write raps, and it can be Hamilton.
There you
style.
go.
It can be a rap.
Ooh, that movie's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, on Disney Plus. I finally get to see Hamilton.
Yeah, right. And not pay $1,200 to do it.
Woo!
All right, that's my question to you.
I don't.
Is it
remember
just the light that's put off that looks in that shape, or is it the actual star?
I think stars look that way because the internet glorifies them more than they should, even though they're just people.
I think that
I think stars look like everybody
humans have a natural aversion to circles, and so in order to make the sun look cooler, they in drawings gave it pointy edges because that attracts the eye rather than the circle, which you don't. A circle is just a void. A star with multiple points, it gives you something to look around. Where do you start looking at a circle? Nowhere.
You're a graphic design major, right?
Yes.
All right, he's right.
I think the sun is hot.
You're hot.
Thanks.
Are we good? That's the last question for the day.
Oh man, I thought we had one more.
We do have okay. I won't save it for next week. We'll break it out now. Why not?
Is it a hard question to answer?
Sure. I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay.
Boy, with all our three mental capacity, I don't know what's difficult or
That's
not.
true. The Crown of Sorrow Final Encounter.
That was difficult.
That's difficult. I know that is difficult.
All right. Another one from Steitzen. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter,
Oh no.
what would you call it?
Peanut paste.
Nut butter.
Peanut flavored butter juice. Hey, they didn't.
What did you say previously?
Nut butter.
Oh no! What was your
He
first
said
one?
peanut paste.
Okay, I'm on the peanut paste
I
train.
think peanut paste is pretty good.
Yeah.
Peanut flavored butter juice.
It'd probably be peanut cream. That'd be another one that's possible.
Nutella. It would have been Nutella before Nutella was Nutella.
Peanut cream. Final answer.
Mud in a tub. I don't know. Mud in a jar. I don't know. I'm trying to. It's
doesn't-
brown. It
Doesn't
kinda
look
looks
like mud.
I don't. Okay, fine.
Nutella looks like mud.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to bring that up. Nutella came after
Hard,
peanut butter,
creamy,
right?
wet sand, but it tastes like
Okay.
peanuts.
All right.
Oh,
We're moving.
creamy or crunchy peanut butter?
Creamy.
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 Yes! Unification.
Yeah.
We all agree on something. What do you know?
For once.
Guys, that was an episode.
This was
Good
a
job.
weird episode.
It was a weird episode.
I'm here for these weird episodes. I actually really can't wait for our Nolan episode. I'm super stoked about that.
I'm gonna have to rewatch all his movies. Oh darn!
We've only got like a
Man,
month.
now I have to watch
We've only got
great
like five.
cinema.
No, a month and a half before Tenet comes out.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
So, a couple weeks to rewatch his movies, and we'll have a fun little discussion about it.
Hey, Christopher Nolan, hit us up if you want to be on our
Until next
show.
week. Yeah, because that's gonna happen.
Does he have a Twitter?
Hey, you
No.
gotta shoot your shot, man.
He does not.
Freak. Does he have a Vero?
No, he's like notoriously one of the hardest people in Hollywood to like come in contact with.
Use your contacts, Brett.
I don't think I can even do that. Darn. Who do I know who would be in regular contact with Chris? Who does Chris Nolan work with?
You were in LA for a bit.
DiCaprio,
Bale.
Michael Caine.
Halfway. Yeah, I'd be.
I'm trying to do the 6 degrees thing with who I know, and I'll have to report back with.
The problem is I don't know who they know either.
Yeah. At some point in
Kevin Bacon.
Hollywood, kind of everyone knows everyone.
Kevin
but like,
Bacon can get you
if
there.
you can get within like.
What, do they know any of them know the Ridley people?
Well, that's what I'm to think. Like,
Okay.
who
Has
has Ridley Scott
ever
worked
worked with Kevin Bacon?
Not that I know
But
of.
everybody's 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. That's the rule. So somehow Kevin Bacon is connected
No,
to
everyone-
Ridley, who is connected to Christopher Nolan.
Everyone's 6 degrees from each other.
But Kevin Bacon's like
He
2
would be-
degrees from everyone.
He would be a part of that.
No, he's got different rules.
Alrighty, that was a good episode.
Twas.
Let's wrap it up. You can find previous stuff if you ever want to go listen to these guys review Justice League.
Oh, geez.
That was kind of fun to listen to because that happened before I joined the squad.
That was weird.
Best friend squad. Woo!
We should re-review Justice
We
League.
should. That would be fun. Maybe we could do that
I've
as
not seen that movie in a long time.
Me either.
commentary type thing.
There you go.
Maybe,
Let's do
We
it.
haven't done one of those in a while. You can obviously just go to whatthefanboy.com, go to our podcast feed, and you can like type in, you can search for certain things. So you're like, oh, what did they think about any of these DC movies?
What did they think about E3 back in 2017?
It was 4 hours long, but we did it.
We did.
Brett was on
I
that.
was actually a part of that
That's
one.
our third episode.
Oh, but
Back
thank
in
you
the good old
guys for
days.
listening this week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and just caring enough to listen every week. I don't know why y'all do it, but I appreciate it.
very confident.
I really look forward to Studio 2.0, so stay on the lookout for updates on that. You can find us at Twitter at WhatTheFanboy or Instagram at WhatTheFanboy. And as always, you can contact us at whatthefanboy@gmail.com if you want to submit a Fanbox question there. Until next week,
Until next week.
we'll see ya. I can't find my button.